Hey guys, just before we even rock straight into this video, I say during the first 10 minutes that I'm going to be showing you the briefing, and in the background I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be making up all the positions of the guys, where they're going to go, what we're going to do initially. I forgot to press record, so all you're going to get is, for the first 9 minutes 42, is just me talking about the briefing and seeing how things are going to go. I forgot to press record. When I record the combat mission, sometimes the little emblem shows that I'm recording, other times it doesn't. It's pretty weird. The only indication if it's not there that it's recording is if it's on the other screen, and sometimes I'm doing something on the other screen, so it's a nightmare, and I can only apologise for it. So if you want to cut straight to the chase, straight into the actual briefing of the mission, I suggest you cut to 9 minutes 42 or any time after that. But for the elitist amongst you, just rock on in, and yeah, you'll just see me just do the description of the campaign. That's it, guys. I'll see you in a video. Hello everybody, Rossco here, and welcome to this new series of a just out of training combat mission novice. Yeah, so the campaign that I'm going to be doing is the Highland Game ones, mainly because it's got a regiment that's close to my heart, and obviously one of my own country, which is the 4th Scots Brigade. And it also has 3 Regiment Army Air Corps, which I was a part of. I wasn't 662 squads, no, but definitely 3 Regiment. And it also has some of the RAF boys in there anyway. So I thought I'd start off with doing this. Like I say, it's very close to my heart. And yeah, we're just going to have a look and hopefully not get wiped out at the very start. So the situation is, and obviously, the campaign briefing of Highland Games, and the situation is even, the entire eastern plateau region of Syria is intersected by low chains of mountains. The Jabal and the Rock, I believe. The Jabal, Abu, all these words that I am not going to try and pronounce, because I'll probably just absolutely trash them. Extending northeastward from Jabal al-Arab to the Euphrates River. South of these mountains lies the barren and very sparsely populated desert region known as the Hamad. In the southwest of the country, lofty Mount Hermon, that word there, on the border between Syria and Lebanon, descends to the Harran plateau, frequently referred to as Haran, that receives rain-bearing winds from the Mediterranean. All but the lowest slopes of the Mount Hermon are uninhabitable. However, volcanic cones, some of which reach 900 metres, intersperse the open, rolling, once fertile Haran plateau south of Damascus and east of the anti-Lebanon mountains. Southwest of Haran lies the high volcanic region of Jabal Utz range, home of the country's Druze population. I don't know why we're talking about this. This sounds all very fucking dramatic, but never mind. To the northwest, the anti-Lebanon mountains rise to peaks of over 2,700 metres on the Syrian-Lebanese frontier and spread in spurs eastward toward the plateau region. The eastern slopes have little rainfall and the vegetation and merge eventually with the desert. Along the Mediterranean coast are a 10-kilometre wide plain stretches north to the Turkish border, and in that word, mountains. A range parallel the coastal plain has an average elevation of just over 1,212 metres. The highest peak, Nabal Yunus, is about 1,575 metres. The western slopes catch moisture-laden western sea winds and are thus more fertile than eastern slopes, which receive only hot, dry winds blowing across the desert. Eastward, the line of the Jabal, that word, is separated from the Jabal, that word, range and the plateau region from the Al-Gab, a depression, a fertile irrigated trench crossed by the meandering Orontes River. So, there we go. That, I don't know why it's given that. It sounds like a magical place if you were living on the eastward side of it. Anyway, the MOD mapping agency has been scrambling to provide suitable maps for this operation. However, the best they've been able to supply thus so far are some old and out-of-date Russian maps from the Soviet era. These are acceptable for rural and open areas, but you will not be able to rely on them much in built-up or urban areas, which have seen tremendous change in the last 25 years. The climate in Syria is mostly desert, hot, dry, sunny summers, June to August, and mild, rainy winters, December to February, along the coast. Cold weather with snow or sleet periodically in Damascus and the coastal mountain chains. It is now 2100 hours, 19th of June. Recce troops from the 9th 12L. I have no idea what that stands for. 9 out of 12. We'll cross the border area and start moving towards ATTNAF in about 5 hours. So the mission is, 4th Scots Brigade will force an entry into the southeastern Syria in order to enable further offensive operations in southern Syria. Friendly forces on the ground of the 7th Armoured Brigade is primarily United Kingdom ground combat element committed to the invasion of Syria and has been placed under OPCON to the 1st Cavalry Division, US, and 7th Armoured Brigade has been task organised into battalion battle groups. The Highlanders Battle Group, or 4th Scots Brigade, is based around 4th Battalion, the Royal Regiment of Scotland, who are the Highlanders, 4 Scots, with elements of Royal Scots Dragoon Guards, Carbineers, and Grades Scots Dragoons. I think that is DG, Scots Dragoons. Yeah. And the 9th and 12th Royal Lancers, Prince of Wales. 9th, 12th Lancers, that's what it stands for. Plus various attached support elements. The Highlanders Battle Group in detail consists of A Company 4 Scots Warriors, D Company 4 Scots Warrior, B Squadron Scots Dragoon Challenger 2s, oh Challies, LMC Support, Company of 4 Scots Mortars Pioneer Snipers, Guided Weapons, 2 Troop plus B Squadron 912 Scimitars, J, oh fucking I have no idea what that is, RHA, 3rd Regiment RHA. Anyway, 1 Troop 26 Big Armoured Engineer Squadron 32 Armoured Engineer Regiment RE, Royal Engineers. Additional support is provided by the following aviation elements: 662 Squadron 3 Regiment Army Air Corps, has the Apache AH-1s, and 4 Squadron RAF Harrier GR-9s, which they no longer have, I believe. 9 Squadron RAF Tornadoes and 11 Squadron RAF Typhoon. Coalition forces will be attacking Syria from the east, west and north. Other US forces are crossing the Iraq-Syria border to our north. The United States Marine Corps will be mounting an amphibious assault on the Mediterranean coast to the northwest, while strong NATO forces will be driving south out of Turkey. The enemy forces, the Syrian armed forces, comprises of 480,000 troops. Upon mobilisation, the military is conscripted force as a conscripted conscripted force may serve 24 months in the military upon reaching the age of 18. Syrian army is commanded by 3 corps, HQ 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 7 armoured divisions 1st, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 8th, 9th and 11th, 3 mechanised divisions 4th, 7th and 10th, and a Republican Guard division. Special forces are organised into a number of independent regiments. There are many independent infantry brigades, along with the numbers of specialist artillery and other corps troops under each corps HQ. The breakup of the Soviet Union, along with the principal south source of the training material and credit for the southern Syrian forces, may have slowed Syria's ability to acquire modern military equipment. God, so many tongue twisters in here. The Syrian military has been operationally overwhelmed by the impending dilemma of facing ground attacks from the east and north, along with amphibious threat to the western shores. Attempting to defend against all threats has overstretched Syria's military capabilities, causing the Syrian High Command to rely on thin crust backed by interior defence in depth around Damascus and other key cities to force a war of attrition. The Syrian army has garrisoned the eastern desert border with Iraq with a thin string of weak independent infantry brigades. The task of the infantry brigades is to impose, delay and identify coalition ME whatever. These brigades are backed by strong armoured and motorised divisions in the Damascus Hims area, which will concentrate to counterattack identified ME. So the plan is, Brigade Command 7 Armoured Brigade intends to establish a penetration into Syria and the Iraq southern Jordan border area and advancing along Highway 2 to Dumar. In phase 1 of the invasion. In subsequent phases, British forces will move either south to the Syrian-Jordan border or west directly into Damascus. This decision will depend on how operations develop. So notes the Highlanders Brigade is a small component of a very large coalition force. Her Majesty's government is very sensitive to public opinion regarding this operation, and great efforts has been made to equip the battle group and the brigade with the best equipment available. Take care of the equipment, but most importantly, observe your duty to care towards the men, lest changing public opinion leave you with a Pyrrhic victory. And yeah, that is that. So while I've been reading all that out, I have been sorting out the rest of what I'm going to be doing in this map. So we'll show you, we'll go into the plan of action on how I'm going to do things, and then I'll show you how I've positioned. Okay, so the first mission is, this is the briefing for border crossing. Situation: the Walid border region is largely open desert with Highway 2 running east-west. The terrain presents no problems for mounted manoeuvre, with the possible exception of unmarked aging minefields. The dominating feature is the Syrian border crossing complex, which is of modern construction and offers good cover and concealment and excellent observation over the main avenues of approach. Moon state is full, with moon set after dawn. Weather is hazy with gentle westerly winds. It is now 0400, 20th of June, sunrise is about 30 minutes from now. So the mission is, attack, so that's the 9th and 12th Lancers and the 26th, I can't remember who these guys are to defeat enemy elements, IVO, Walid border complex in order to allow remainder of 7 Armour Brigade to advance along Highway 2. Task: clear enemy anti-tank elements from positions of overwatch within range of the highway. Occupy the main security checkpoint buildings throughout. Freely search buildings for documents of intelligence interest, WRT with reference to insurgent activities. Friendly forces B and C squadrons, 9th and 12th Lancers, infiltrated across the border to the north and south of the Walid border crossing 2 hours ago and are heading far to the west in order to cover enemy avenues of approach. A squadron, 9th and 12th Lancers, less 3 and 4 troop, will lead the remainder of the 7 Armoured Brigade across the border along Highway 2 at the Walid border crossing. 1 forward troop, 26 Armoured Engineer Squadron, will cross the border at around 0415 to assist with clearing of the border complex. J Battery, 3 RHA with their 155mm AS-90s, oh shit, are on call. Enemy forces: the Walid border crossing is known to be defended by C Company 2 Brigade, 15th Infantry Brigade, whose primary role and training is as border guards and customs officials. They are armed with small arms, handheld anti-tank weapons. Dissidents have been using the border complex as a base from which to mount raids back into Iraq, and it's believed that the Iraqi dissidents are present within the border complex area. Motivation of the regular forces is likely to be low. Insurgents are generally well motivated and experienced. Aerial reconnaissance has not identified any armoured vehicles near the border, although there are indications that the Syrians have narrowed the border crossing with extensive minefields. So the plan is, the initial assault is to be made as peaceful penetration. Okay. Aerial bombardment on the Syrian interior and reserve units will not begin until some hours after the border is crossed. It is expected that this will ensure surprise in initial battles and confuse the enemy, who will no doubt be anticipating active operations to begin with a protected aerial campaign. For the same reason, artillery support is being withheld until after the border is crossed. Make maximum use of low light conditions to approach enemy positions before launching short violent assaults. End state is the border complex cleared of enemy forces no later than 0500 hours and friendly forces balanced for subsequent operations. Notes: A squadron is in position. 26 AES, I can't fucking remember what that stands for, will fall in shortly on the left flank. Recce forward cautiously to identify and engage enemy forces at extended range. Use heavy cut overwatch and supporting fires when clearing building complexes. And DOS is DOS, so let me have a look at the map. Okay, I can see where we're going, I can see the checkpoint. 26 AAS, 1 forward troop, and A Brigade, 9th and 12th Lancers. So I don't know what the makeup of all those is, but I can see all the various different places. Got barracks, security checkpoint. So yeah, we need to encircle this area. So with that said, let's crack on into it. Oh, just so I know, I hope that I'm doing this correctly. Now I've seen other guys on YouTube when they're doing this and it looks fucking absolutely fan-dabby-dozy, all that, whoa, look at this, and zooming in on that action. I'm going to try my best to replicate this in these subsequent videos, or going forward. But yeah, I'm pretty new at doing all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to try my best, but hopefully it will be a good viewing. I'm going to be doing it as turn-based. I feel like you can give myself a little bit more time to react. This isn't Syrian warfare after all. And yeah, let's just see how it goes out after this first video. Let me know in the comment section. But anyway, that's enough gabbling. Let's get on with it. Okay, so as you've seen in that other video there, I have laid out my forces. So my sketch is, so when I was planning it out, obviously I wasn't speaking, you were here in the briefing, but I was going to use, who we got over here, we have 2 troop HQ and 2 reconnaissance vehicle over to this side to start sweeping around. I'll set them to hunt, so they're going to slowly move forward up to the hunt stage and then move across and into the border region over here. But I'm concerned about just ram straighting through here, and I'm worried about all these kind of hatch markings here. I was trying to see what it was on the, like, actually zooming down and seeing, but to me that looks fucking, it looks scary suspicious that it could possibly be a minefield. I'm pretty scared about that, to be honest. And likewise for on this side, when I was laying these guys out, who we got over here, we have 1 reconnaissance vehicle and 3 reconnaissance vehicle. They were moving forward on a hunt kind of manoeuvre, and then I noticed that there was these kind of, looks like ditches, almost like Tetris. To me it looks like Tetris blocks of something that's not natural. It does not look natural. It looks like something, what you could call like a, and something to piss tanks off. These bumps, I don't like the look of it, and I don't like the look of these. And I've noticed that all the way around this border post that there's what they called it. There's trenches. We don't know what's going on yet. Everybody else, these guys here, I've got them moving. So these 3 vehicles, so 2 team and 2 team. All these. What's that? 2 team, 2 team, 3 team, and another element of 2 team. So yeah, so the support guys, support troop, and the guided weapons troop, and along with the support troop, they're going to stay in the vehicles, and those 3 scimitars are just going to slowly move forward along the highway up to a point which is just up there, whereas the rest of the guys are going to slowly surely move forward. I think I've got these guys just moving straight off the bat, and then engaging, and hunting. I don't know how this is going to go. That's the fucking weird thing about this game is you can't just get your reconnaissance straight up. You need to be here first, so we're going to go for it. I don't know how many parts will be on this episode for this mission, but I'm sure it'll be fun and all good. But yeah, let's just start, see how my initial plan and layout goes, and then we'll take it from there. Should be fun. So I'm just going to click the big red button, and it'll be a minute each time. Here we go. So as you can see, they're already moving forward, slowly. Still nothing seen yet. I did hear when I was over at the barracks area, there was voices that I did hear over there, so there's probably more likely guys over there. Again, nothing yet. Nothing in this first minute. They're slowly bunching up. I probably got them a bit too close, I should have spread them out a bit. Why is he stopped? Alright, he's just letting those guys move forward. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that we don't hit any landmines, hence he's now going super slow. There's nothing I could do, I couldn't tell him to stop anyway, when you're doing it at turn-based. It's eerie quiet so far, eerie quiet. Woohoo! Right, that's that done. So 1 minute's worth of moving has resulted in nothing seen. I suppose what I could do is maybe use this guy here. Let me just click on that button there. They're on hunt. I could probably use the one just to open up, get a better view on everything here, I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. What about him? Do I want to change anything for the tactics? I don't think so, not yet. If anything, I'll probably just use these guys here and just get them hunting forward just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to... See, why the fuck are you going over there? You don't go there. Oh, god damn it. Right. You. Oh, there, I get it. Right, that's the vehicle selected. I want you and you to hunt forward. Cancel that last. Hunt forward, hunt forward, hunt forward. And you can go a little bit closer. Probably a bit there. That's about as far as I really want to take it. The rest of the guys here, I'm going to use him and I'm going to open him up. See if you can get a better view on everything here. And the rest of the guys, they are still moving slowly but surely forward. These two dudes over here, I think maybe that minute's worth will probably put them rather close to that side there. And they're just going to provide support on this side here. What's that? That would be the north. The north this way. Let me just take this compass. See, I knew that was going. Ah! Either which way, we'll see. Right, let's go for it again. Let me just click, and then we'll see what happens. Try not to be impatient. I'm trying not to just ram everything in. Now, is he opened up? Let me just check. Just get a feel for what's happened down here. There he is. If there is nobody at that border post, that has to be the easiest border to get in it. The easiest. Man, if you had shit tons of drugs, this would be the time to get them across the border. Or illegal donkeys. Again, still nothing for this second minute in. And our guys have pushed forward. I don't think there's... They're either remaining very vigilant and hiding deep down in there, or they're all situated right up the very back there. I think that is everybody into their positions. Why can't I see? Is it P to show me all the lines? I'm sure it was P. Let me just check. Yeah, everybody's moved forward as far as I've told them to. So we'll set them to hunt anyway. But no, cancel the last. Take that command off. Give me you and you. Right. Very scary. I don't know why he's pausing though. Let's set up. You and you. Hunt forward. Like so. And you can just move forward. These guys are still sweeping around that way, and these guys here are still moving straight ahead. So they can just again slowly move up. The interesting part is going to come ahead where when we're heading towards that border post. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you must... I haven't figured out how to stop or hold fire until enemy gets close to a certain range. I think it might be arc. I don't know. I just know that this is it's too quiet. Let me just quickly go to the briefing. What do we need to hold? Is there a thing that tells you? What do you want me to do? For the same reason it tells you. Do we just have to hammer them? Mission: clear enemy tank elements from positions from Overwatch within range of the highway, occupy the main security checkpoint buildings, and freely search buildings for document. Right, okay. Is that the check? That must be the checkpoint that wants me to clear there. Take that. That is definitely Overwatch over there. A two-story building. It's the only... There's another two-story building over here. Right, anyway, crack on. I'm hoping keeping them on hunt will allow them... Why is it not showing me my fucking waypoints? Maybe when we cross that phase line, that's probably when it's going to get a little bit sketchy. There we go, we're firing already, there we go. So we are hitting. Didn't need that, armour's hit. What we got in there, we've got 2 squads and RPG. Oh shit, there we go. Lads. Right, they're rattled. They're getting shot to shit. How's he doing? I think it was one of these guys that got hit. Was it him? No damage. No damage. Right, that's good then. But they're getting big style shot at. Rounds popping off everywhere, which is good. I like that. Right, turn that off. Let me see. Where's my fucking waypoints? Where's that? There we go. Oh, I'm pressing P and it's doing that. Right, anyway. Okay, so we managed to get that border post. Let me just pull him back. I'll take that off. And then what we'll do is we'll get him to reverse. He was driving forward. So I'm going to get him to reverse. To there. And then get him to face over that way. And then put I'm going to target arc. Target briefly there for like 30 seconds. Likewise for him, no moving forward. Let's put you into a better position. So what I'll do with him is get him to move. Tell you what, get him to reverse, around, down, down, and move to there. Facing that way. And then we'll get him to target briefly. Let's get him to target briefly that place, because I'm not happy about that. That vehicle's dead anyway. Get these guys up. What we'll do with them is move fast, around, 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 and around. Facing towards the checkpoint. Target briefly the checkpoint. Do that for 30 seconds if you could please, sir. And then these boys here pretty much target that building and just hammer it with all your might. Get him to move up beside his oppo and then target that building as well. Who does that leave? Leaves these guys. They don't travel alone, so we'll get them to move. He can move just quickly because he's on the sand actually. Like so. Face that way. Target briefly. Can you see anything else? Let's go for... He won't be able to do it just yet until he gets to that end there. And these guys slowly moving forward. And then these boys. Let me just select them. Let's get them to hunt. Just that a little bit closer. And I don't want to range them any further than that. Okay, let's see what happens now. Let's play. Are they giving up? Shaken, pinned, dead. They're doing exactly what I said, and it looks like we have one squad over there, another squad getting pinned down. That's what it's like to shoot at those. Just to let everybody know that we're here. Hello world! That just went smashing in there. Beautiful. Absolutely fucking beautiful. Now these boys, and they're shooting. You should have moved up closer to him. You just left your oppo. It looks like they're getting quite funky about something over here. Ah, hello. Whoa, boys. They are fucking shit in their pants. Sit down. Good lads. Good lads. So far so good. We're at the border post. I'm happy with that one so far. I don't know how long we're going to keep this video going for. This was probably a 30-minute video. If that's not too long, let me know in the videos comments. If you want it longer, if you want it shorter, just let me know. We won't be rushing this. And like I say, I've not got the experience in order to fire out all these absolute action-packed, zoom in on the guys, upside-down camera tricks and GoPro footage that you see on some YouTube videos. Maybe with time that will come. This is all I've got for you now. So the guys that were in there are currently dead, or dead, dying, giving up, pissing their pants, shitting everywhere. So poor boys, but never mind. These guys here, what are we going to do with you? Now they're finally up in that position. What we'll do is we'll get this guy here to face that way. And you, my friend, I want you to target briefly at the stores area. And you can target that for 30 seconds along with your little Oppo, my friend. And you can target briefly there for 30 seconds as well. These guys here, let's see if we can target. No, they can't see anything. What would the admin block? Attack there. Clear target. Target briefly. I don't want him expending all his ammunition on that. And then these guys, so he can see them. So you can carry on trying to hammer down whoever that is. 2 squad. The anti-tank guys. So these guys have sustained a casualty. And you, my friend, if you could just advance quickly up to your friend here, while he then pops some smoke, gives you some cover while you're moving. Once you've done that, if you could then engage, target briefly these boys here for 30 seconds. And then while you're doing that, let's get them to attack the barracks. And again, we'll just keep advancing. I'll probably get these guys to jump out at some point. Give me the troop. Who's that? 2 team support. See, these aren't an infantryman per se. They're not ideally suited to smashing through windows and clearing buildings. Let me just clear that up. Can I not? No, I don't dismount. Cancel my last. Clicked the wrong thing. Just clear that one off. And then I'm going to get you to move fast. Straight up here. And then when you get there, I'd like to be able to put a pop smoke on that position. On that one there. Can I not do it there? When you're at that location, can you pop smoke? And you can. Right, there we go. And then pause. And then once you've done that, if you could, target briefly the stores block from that position. And then we'll see what happens. Right, let's commence the fire here. And then again, slowly but surely moving all these guys up. Reconnaissance vehicle. Hammer away at everything here. Those scimitars. How we doing for ammo, my friend? Still 20. 20. We've got enough anyway. 2k is 7.62. They've smashed the shit out of that. There goes that building. We don't research that one. Oops. Try and preserve some of the buildings, please, lads. There's a cultural, historical meaning to all these kind of things. Fuck's sake. Right, what is that there? Who's this guy? 1 squad. RPGists. Getting hit there, getting panicked. They're really not that strong a troop, but then border force, man, they're not ready for this kind of sustained kind of fire that they are coming upon here. Where's this one guy? He should have been moving fast. Did I tell him to pause? I may have done. Oh, command still alright. Oh wow, HQ, A squadron. Holy fucking shit. They did say that I was going to get some more guys. What we can do is tactical air control party. laser designator. Tell you what, I'm going to get these guys to quickly move fast. I want these guys up here as quickly as possible. And then we'll use this as the base of operations here. Once you're out, get to the roof. What are they currently riding in? A Spartan. Oh, the old Spartans now. Yeah, times has changed. Sultan. These are old, these things. Old vehicles, old Sultans. And what the hell is that? Wow, warrior. Right, okay. Wow, fuck me. There's loads. Right, one thing at a time. I'll use them as a reserve troop until I can use this forward troop. These forward guys to secure this border post. There's only fucking one building remaining anyway. Right, what are you doing over there, my friend? You're doing nothing. So let's just make sure that everybody knows in the barracks that you're here. So you can target briefly there. And likewise, if you could target briefly these prefabricated buildings, the old prefabs, target briefly there. Let them know that the British Army is here to cause a ruckus. You can target the stores. So who sees them? These guys. Right, okay. I want you to target another line of sight. So what we'll do is we'll move you forward, move fast, over to there. And then once you're at that location, if you could please, sir, do the target. Target. No, from that position. The end one. I'll target there. And then let's get you moved up quite fast up to that side. And then just do what you need to do. Right, moving forward. Right, we'll make this the last turn of action. Because at that point we've already secured the border post, I believe. Other than getting troops into that little post there. But if they've not seen anything yet, then I doubt that there's anything else kicking around in here. We'll get some of our guys into these trenches. Yeah. How we doing? Everybody shaking, rattled? You're in combat, so you're all fine. Fucking smoked that bottle on this poster. Whoopsie. Why are you panicking? Is that just because I selected you? Oh, fuck's sake. Did you actually jump out? Dickheads. You know how long that walk is? Don't know who gave you that command. But there's the HQ squadron over there as well. Again, they're just a militia. These guys are just like guys that have just went out there saying, right, you're an army, you're an army, you're an army, you're... Oh, sorry, pal, you're a good footballer, so you can stay there. And just gave him a gun, gave him a month of basic training, and yeah, that's it. On the border you go, pal. Anyway, I'm going to call that at an end here. This first episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that the layout of how we're going to be doing it is okay. Let me know in that comment section below, like I said before. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you've got any comments or suggestions, if you see something that I have not and I've not even mentioned, then please let me know in the comments box below. Like I say, still pretty new at this. I've had some, you could say, off-camera training. Thanks to you, Bish. Thanks very much, mate. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.